Hi, this is Pastor Barbara, aka Preacher with Parrots. Today is the 15th of September of 2016. I have purposely been not clipping my birds' wings and nails because I've wanted to do a series on caring for your pet birds, and I had to let them be in need of clips before I could show you how it's done. Uh, I have a very inexpensive pillowcase that I don't have a matching one for. You need something about this light and about this size when you're working with rather tame or nearly tame, let's say not wild, uh, medium or smaller birds. If you're working with a bigger one, you need something a little bit bigger. When you cover a bird's eyes and it doesn't see, it doesn't try to go anywhere. Uh, Normally we cover the whole bird. That's why we want it lightweight and soft. You cover the whole bird and then you just pull out the wing that you're going to work on or pull out the foot that you're going to work on. On these small birds, you barely cut the toenail. If you cut very deep at all, you're going to need this septic powder. You get it at a pet store. Um, or a place that sells things you would need for pets. Um, Before electric razors, all men had this. I understand some bird people use other kitchen products. I just keep this, but I don't need it very often. Another thing, if for any reason a bird does get cut a little bit too deep and it drips more than a drop or two, you need to get it in the cage by itself and get away from it. The more agitated a bird is, like trying to get away from you, or other birds in the same cage coming to see what's the matter with it, is going to cause it to move more. And the more that it moves, the more it's going to bleed. So when you pull in on my hair, baby. So when you accidentally cut something too deep and you get a drop or two, the best thing is to just stop, put it up. Remember, if the bird has a bad experience once in a great while, it's not a big deal. It's like a kid falling and scratching himself or even breaking a bone. When it happens all the time, it's not good. So really, none of mine are afraid of being clipped. As a matter of fact, Captain sometimes, and my dogs used to do this, they just stick their paw out when I knew I was ready to do this. Now, I use, this is mainly for the big birds. This is very, very sharp. The reason I like this kind is that it's open here. There's another kind that you see, and it's about $5 cheaper. This is probably about $12 to $15. There's one that's about $5 cheaper, but you can see right away the quality is not as good. And the reason I don't like it is that where this one is open at the top, I'm trying to get it where you can see it best. See where it's open here at the top? I can put my finger through it. The other one is closed, which means you have got to put the nail through a hole. And this is just much easier for you and much easier for the birds. The other thing I use for the small birds is as small a scissors as I can that will do the job. And on the cockatiels and on the lovebirds, I just use this. It's very sharp. I don't use it for anything else to get it dull. If I had a bigger one, it's just like having something bigger to scare the birds. And so the smallest instrument that I can use that will do the job is better. Okay. This is the mother of the other two. You can see on this side, right here, that there's a feather that's a little longer than the rest, but there's a couple of them that need to be clipped. Over on this side, one is really long. Eventually, if you let them grow, they will cross over. It's those feathers that are sticking out and cross over that are called the flight feathers, and those are the ones we want to take off. I don't suggest you do this if you've never done it before. When you buy your bird, or if you're given a bird, go to somebody that knows what they're doing and have the bird clipped. It's very easy and very safe to keep it clipped, because you're just going to grow, one feather will grow out, or two feathers will grow out. And when one grows out on one side, pretty soon the matching one does on the other side. And when they do, they can still sometimes fly. Captain got away from me one time. It's a story that takes a while to tell. But anyway, we're going to cover the bird a little bit for control and a little bit to keep it from getting scared with this soft deal. Come on. Now, I don't want her jumping over here. I want to cover her up. Okay. The purpose of covering her, when they can't see, they don't want to go anywhere. Nobody goes anywhere that can't see where they're going. What I want to do is I'm going to pull out one wing at a time, and I'm going to move my camera. Now, I don't normally do this. I do this in my lap, not on a desk, and so the bird is not as comfortable as they normally are. I'm going to pull out one feather, one side of a wing, and I'm going to clip the feathers so that they're all even. She's got a head coming out here. And anytime she sees, it's not good. It's better if they can't see anything. All right, you see what we got here? We've got basically a couple that need to be straightened out, but we got one that's really long. I'm going to pull it out and do it as quick. Ow! If you're afraid of getting bit, don't do this, because you will occasionally get bit. And if you're afraid of that and the bird knows it, that's not good. Okay, so you see how much I clipped off there? This was the big one, and this was the smaller ones. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to pull out this wing, and we have the same thing. You can't see it as well. I'll try to get it without upsetting her. See what we got? You won't be able to see me do it, but I'm just going to clip them all the same length. Because this is real sharp, I can do it easily. I don't need to use that other tool. And this is what we cut off from her, just a little bit there. Now what I'm going to do, by the way, you've heard me talking on different programs that the female cockatiels have yellow on the bottom of their wings and they're striped. And you'll see me when I'm talking about the babies, wondering if they're going to be yellow and striped, and if after one molt they still are, they are females. Okay, now what I'm going to do is pull out one foot. And I'm going to see if I can get it so that you can see it. Oh, get your head under there, baby. Are you unhappy because I'm doing this to you? Huh? You've had this done a whole lot, but you haven't been on camera having it done before, have you? Okay. I got to get a foot. Here we go. I've got a foot. See it? Now, there is nothing long about that nail, but it's very, very sharp, and it gets caught on things, and that's why it needs to be done. And you won't see anything at all, and it's done with the scissors on a bird this small, and you won't see that it's any sharper, and you won't see any blood. Got 2 more to do. And I can feel them just by putting my hand there. It's like something catches you. It just feels like you have backed up against a needle. One more. Oops. Okay. We don't have to have that one. No, we don't have to get all upset. Okay. All righty. We're okay. Come on. That's okay. All right. All right. Have we been clipped? Yes, we've been clipped, and we're a good bird. You wanna come in your cage? We have to get your daughter. I did your son earlier, and she really doesn't need it. So if she doesn't come out happily, there isn't really any need to do her, but let's see. There might be some that are a little uneven. There she comes. Well, she was coming. There we go. Yes, here we go. All right, let me put this one. Here you go, baby. Come on. Put you in here. Whoa. And let me get the other one. This isn't the greatest thing to do on camera. I don't want to waste your time while I get that one. Come on, sweetie. I don't think I'm going to do her. She's the pearl bird that has some mutation. She's gorgeous, and that's why I kept her. But as you see, those, no way do those feathers. Now I can see one that's coming out here. See that one that's a little darker gray? That one in a week or so will come out, but it doesn't need to be done now. So I think I'm just going to put her back in the cage. And I'm going to switch cages with the lovebirds. Well, apparently I just set this down on the doorbell ringer. Okay. Well, I got to turn it around. The doorbell ringer out of the way. The same thing is true with these birds. Everything can be done with the little scissors. Okay, I got one in my lap. I don't know which one. It's just whatever I grabbed. And we'll soon find out. Okay, it is a female, all green. Or two-tone green. Here are the tail feathers. You see they're starting to cross over. Not real bad, but it could be, and we don't want it to get that bad. So we cover them up so they don't get afraid. And we're going to pull out a wing. Oh, we got a head. That's not a wing. That's a head. Yeah, that's a head. Eh? I want a wing and I got a head. Get your head in there. Now, I got the wing. See? You see that one is a tiny bit longer than all the rest? Okay. I've never done it this way. But this is what I clipped off. All right, let's go to the wing on the other side. And we just have one that's just about 1/4 of an inch, but since we're doing it, we'll cut it off. All right. Now let me check the feet. All right. I don't think you can see it, but they're just a tad sharp. I can feel them. If they were to walk on this, for example, their foot would get caught on it. So I'm going to see if I can hold this one up. This guy is so little that I can hold him in such a way he can't bite me. And one of my fingers is on his leg. So he's not moving his foot, making my job very easy. Ouch, baby. I don't want to get it deeper, because if I do, let's move this. If I do, it'll hurt him. And you don't want them to have any bad experiences. Once in a while they would. Okay, I've got the female green. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. This is the male. The difference is the color of the tail. The color of the blue. Let's see. This is my little Lutino. And the feathers that you see that you shouldn't be seeing are kind of white. You can see that there are some, not much, but just barely hanging where they shouldn't be. I'm just going to take those two off. I'm going to try to do it without the pillowcase there so you can see a little better. Pull it out and you can see the difference. And I'm going to cut off one that's not quite there, and take your foot out of the way, baby. Your foot's in the way. Okay, this is what we cut off. Not a big deal for you or me, but a big deal for this one. Just turn around the other way.